Welcome back, dear viewers. And in this segment, we have a very special guest, dear viewers. The marketing plan set for the 2021 IHF World Men's Handball Championship taking place in Egypt from January the 12th to the 31st has been praised. The preparations at the four stadiums that are hosting the championship, Egyptian large squares, airports, highways, trains, and metro stations, aim to introduce the important tournament, which is held in Egypt at a time, dear viewers, where large countries have stopped organizing or hosting major tournaments due to the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Of course, we all know this very big problem that's facing us all globally. This is the first handball championship with 32 instead of 24. All the marketing agenda set for this tournament was implemented by Egyptians, which means that Egyptians did it all from A to Z, starting from printing papers, the wood that was used in the propaganda or for the advertising, and the design of tournament logo, given the work was carried out at this very speed pace. And we are honored, dear viewers, in this segment to tell us more about this very special, of course, tournament which took place here in Egypt, as we mentioned. Professor Waleed Maher, professor at the Faculty of Tourism and Hotels, to discuss the various ways to promote tourism and get benefits economically from this very important tournament that was praised by the entire world. A very good day, sir, and it's
Very
a
good
pleasure to
morning.
have you with us, Professor Waleed, in today's episode of Nile.
Thank you so much for your introduction. Thank you. And very good morning to you.
A very good morning to you, Dr. Maher. And before we proceed, Rana, allow me to say also, Dr. Waleed, dear viewers, that the success was also in the field, in the court. We saw the Egyptian team, fantastic performances. Only losing out to Denmark,
Yes,
the world champions, and on penalties after double extra time. And to Sweden, the other team who went to the final just by one goal. I mean, Egypt is a powerhouse in handball, not just in organizing tournaments, but also in playing for them. Fantastic, great job by the men and youth of Egypt's handball. Thank you guys, you are the best. Dr. Meher, so, as Rana said, organizing this tournament at a time when many countries are, abstaining from that due to the challenges posed by COVID-19. How did you see, the initiative, and the success of the tournament, and all the precautions that have been taken that were positive in the end?
First of all, let me congratulate the Egyptian handball team for the performance which they did. I think they didn't win the last match, but I think they won the respect of all the world and all the other teams. So congratulate them for the performance. This is first. Second, of course, Egypt is a leading country. I don't want to say that they organize and not organize. No, Egypt is a leading country now, not only for the Middle East, no, for all the world. Everybody is looking at what we are doing and how we are doing. I believe now we are not doing the any special event to show us. No, we are doing it because we have the vision for coming 20 or 30 years for the others. We are building the reputation for the young Egyptians youth here, so they can see and know how big and how we are leading to success. We don't want to participate. We want to win, and this is the reason of the best performance that we saw it. Our eyes were focused on number one, not number two. We played well. The other teams also are good, and we are between them, playing with them, organizing with them, hosting them, entertaining them in Egypt, showing them how Egypt is beautiful, how Egypt is capable to organize a big event like that. Everybody's watching us, and they know that we are a leading, not a small country. No, we are big now.
Professor Waleed, Egypt is to host the 2021 World Shooting Championship in February. Why is it important to host such events even at very tough times that we are witnessing now?
Okay, let's talk about the events and how it is important to any country to take the advantage of it, to use it to show how it is grow and how they are capable to organize, first of all. COVID-19, it is a very big issue, and I don't want to say it's disaster. No, I will say crisis, which it is يعني covering all over the world. But life will continue. Nobody will stop. So we have to keep on working. We have to continue on thinking, planning, dreaming, and trying to make our dream come true. Concentrating on the events, especially the sports events, it's very important, especially for the tourism sector, because sports tourism, especially, it's like a free type of tourism. There is no limitation of the age. There is no limitation of they are coming from where or what they want to do. Or no, everybody is watching and everybody is caring about sports tourism. There is no age, with the meaning that everybody from the child up to the grown people, you will find them coming to see and trying to know and to encourage their teams, and they are after them wherever it is. So if we are able that we can organize such an event like the Handball World Championship, so we will be able also to organize other events. We have the regulations, we have the health, let's say, rules that we are following. So everybody's doing like that. Yani, I can see that. We will not going to stop.
Sir, the importance of these championships and the impact of these championships on tourism in Egypt and our economic stability.
Okay, let's starting from how we are handling our infrastructure, that we can hold or organize such an event, ending by the revenues or the numbers, which I think automatically it will reflect on the first quarter statistics, which will be released from the Ministry of Tourism. So we will see by the end of March what is the impact and how it was important for us that we organize such an events from the point of number of tourism and the number of the revenue, as of course foreign currency.
Yes. Now, Dr. Maher, obviously this is a fixed policy. We saw even the Egyptian Football Federation asking to host this year's Champions League final here in Cairo, and also upcoming youth African championships. We've been used to seeing Egypt for decades in the African continent, especially hosting football, basketball, volleyball, handball, athletics, and other events. But what is new now is that we are gunning for international events, world championships, time after time. Now, and there is great care for sports infrastructure in Egypt. So I want you to focus on that point, sir. What does this reflect? In midst of challenging times posed by COVID-19, the Egyptian government is very keen on upgrading its infrastructure, mega infrastructure projects, including sports infrastructure. So I want to focus on that point, and how will this also help tourism industry, the key tourism industry in the future?
Great. See, let's start with the point of concentrating on the infrastructure, but not only in Cairo.
Yes.
Let's talk about it, that it's distributed on so many other cities, which is important. I don't want the people to come and only in Cairo. That's it. No, I want them to see the other places, the other cities, which I can distribute also the income which comes from these tournaments or the matches itself. which has had been done, if you remember, from last year or the year before last year when the championship was distributed, Alexandria and Ismailia and other cities. It's important for us to show the people that Egypt is not only Cairo. We have so many other beautiful and magnificent cities which I need to maintain the infrastructure on it, that we can be so we can be able to host this kind of tournament. We did that, so now we are able and we can host this kind of sports, especially the sports championships, all over the cities. We can have the advantage of the number of people who's coming to see us, and the people who they can see us all over the world, not only the people who are coming. So we are, let's say that we know how to promote now Egypt through the sports tourism itself, because it's important. Everybody is caring about tourism all over the world, not only a special country or a special destination. No, so we can take the advantage of that, and we can promote ourselves big, not small. I saw yesterday the promo of the handball tournament. It was beautiful. But in the same time, I said that why it's not coming so many times. Let the people here in Egypt, they can see it a lot and continuously. I love the music, I love the scenes, I like the way they are putting all the tourism parts and the sports parts and the youth and the people who they are coming on this promo. Let's show Egypt how it is now. It is beautiful and big, and let's work on it. COVID-19, I think we successfully handling it right now, until now, and I hope that we can keep on doing that. Lots of other countries and big countries, they decided to close up. Meaning of close up, it's a very a negative point that I can take it for a big countries. I don't want to mention names, but we didn't think of it to close. People, the Egyptian people, they are not used to close. They want to work, they want to go out, and they want to live their normal daily activities normally. So they start to be
while
caring.
taking care of the precautionary measures of the health.
Exactly, 100%.
So it's the balance.
100%. That I saw lots of people now. They are, even the people who they are walking on the streets on the open air. They are taking
Wearing
the
the
precautions
masks,
and wearing
yeah.
the mask, and they are caring about themselves. And even when you are trying to a little bit get closer, they are keeping the distance, which is beautiful. The first time for me to say.
Yeah, that's great.
To see that, I was impressed actually.
Yes.
When I saw
Awareness is here.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
awareness is very good.
Professor Waleed, Sports Minister Ashraf Subhi has said that sports infrastructure had undergone a huge development over the past 6 years. How far will this development boost the government's efforts to attract more tourists through sports, of course?
Okay, let's talk about sports tourism as one of the types which brings numbers. Let's talk about it this way.
Large numbers?
Large numbers, of
Many
course.
numbers of
Numbers.
people?
And at the same time, it is not categorized with an age or sex or something like this. No, all are coming, and everybody is coming to see or to watch. So concentrating on this type of tourism, which is sports tourism, it is very important even to us, especially if we were working on it for the past 6 years, that we can handle this kind of tourism, which is sports tourism. Let's talk about the capacities of the stadiums. Let's see about the let's talk about the infrastructures, the roads, the hotels itself, the number of the rooms which you can book for one tournament or one match. Let's say outside of Cairo. So we're not talking about Cairo. Let's talk about outside it. What is the impact and what is the revenue will come during, let's say, 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even 1 week of the tournament? You are holding it in one of the cities. What is the impact and how it's important to us? We are trying to increase the number. Last year, unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we didn't reach that number. We almost did about 3.5 million visitors to Egypt, which is not the number
Sir,
which
as an
expected.
example of what you're trying to tell us is like Russia when the World Cup, Football Cup was held in Russia, and we Egyptians, many of the Egyptians actually, of all ages and all categories,
One of them was you.
And this is one
went to
country.
Russia, yes, and we witnessed Russia and we saw Russia and we understood what the importance of Russia as a wonderful country. We saw St. Petersburg, we saw different, we went to Moscow, we went to every place that the football, the matches where Egypt used to play matches. of
Exactly.
course.
This is
So
beside the others.
it was a very wonderful experience.
Of
And
course.
we were tourists, and today we'd love to go back again to Russia and know more about Russia.
During the matches or the tournament or the championship, how many nationalities you met there,
Thousands.
and
We
how
met a
they were
lot.
dealing with you, how they are respecting your country, and you are participating, and you're coming from your country to support your teams. It is something which emotionally and يعني in the same time it's very important for us to see the others and to communicate with them. We know what they are traditions, how they are talking, how they are feelings towards us. Lots of people, they don't know what is the other nationalities feelings towards us. They don't know that. During this sports or this kind of sports championships, they will be able to know, to communicate, to handle. So now you want to go back to Russia next year, and after that, lots of people, they want to come back to Egypt to see the Egyptians and to deal with them and to have this good, يعني, let's say, hospitality that they had there.
And the great thing, Dr. Maher, is that at the time we are seeing many countries shying away from asking to host international events at the time of COVID-19, and other countries even withdrawing their initial bid to host events. We are seeing Egypt stepping in and asking to host more continental and international events. And although of course, again due to COVID-19, not many fans came here to Egypt in the Handball World Championship, and the matches were played without fans. Again,
Yes.
due to precautionary measures,
Of course.
because of the development of COVID-19. The impression, I guess, that will last is that this has been a successful tournament. This is a place that outside of Europe, and it's very rare that countries outside of Europe, especially in handball, host world championships. So I guess this will give Egypt another chance near, inshallah,
Sure.
to host another international championship, this time seeing the fans coming here. And one thing that will remain, I guess, Rana and Dr. Maher, for sure, is the infrastructure. Because once you put the infrastructure, this lasts forever.
100%, 100%. Infrastructure plus the challenge. You're challenging يعني, in front of everybody, because you want to be a leading, and you have the focus and you have the image, of course, for how Egypt would be. Egypt is big, and it will always be big.
sure.
Professor Waleed Maher, professor at the Faculty of Tourism and Hotels. We thank you so much for joining us in today's
Thank you.
episode of Nile Cruise. We thank you very much for your informative knowledge and
Thank you.
importance of tourism, sports tourism, to our country and to the economics of our country. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much,
Viewers,
Dr. Maher.
before
Thank you.
we
It's my
wrap
pleasure.
up this segment, this was all for this segment, and now we move on to a very important report by Nermeen Nazim and Rasha Abdel Hamid about tourism. Stay with us and enjoy tourism in Egypt always, dear viewers.